Hey traders, back to another recap plus trade update. So I'm currently in a Aussie and short position. This is the only position that I took after I closed two of the profitable trade. So if you have not watched my two recent trade recap video, again, everything's live. So from head to toe, I show you me taking the trade, holding the trade, managing the trade, closing the trade. So I had a $49,000 trades on dollar Swiss. Then I also had a 21.7k profits on Aussie and short. So right after that two trades, there's no more entry. The only entry right now that I took was this one. So as you can see, this is the 1% Trade Club Setups channel. If you scroll up, you can see there's no more trades taken in between after closing out Aussie and for about 22k. I did call a pound Aussie long, and it turned out pretty well. So every Sunday, we'll have a weekly meeting. Usually it's about 1 hour. So as you can see here, it's about 55 minutes. I did call a pound Aussie long because I was seeing a lot of weakness on the AXY, which is Aussie index, and it turned out pretty well. So some of them secured 5R, some 7, 8R, depending on their stop loss distance. But just to share with you all the thought process, again, even though I did not take it because I was on a flight that day, but yeah, we started to see some rollover here at 204.30 on pound Aussie, and on a daily, if you zoom out on the big picture, it was overall bullish, plus combining a bull flag formation. So after seeing price starting to form a rollover at the bottom, rollover simply means we have a lack of momentum to the downside and we were reversing. That big spike upwards confirmed that buyers are back in control, and what's more important is price come back holding above this support level here at 204.50. So that was when we talk about buying around 204.35. One reason was I was on a long flight to Italy. Right now, again, if you don't know, I'm in Rome, Italy. Another big reason was also because I don't really trade pound Aussie. I break down high quality setup for the traders. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll take them, because sometimes we talk about BTC everything, which I don't trade. And I'll talk about one position, two positions that I'm holding for now. So again, if you look at this, so Aussie Yen, we had a 21.7k short. And the funny story was, after I closed out the trade for about 21.7k, price was right here. And what happened was 5 or 10 minutes later, we started to have a big melt to the downside. And unfortunately, I missed out this entire meet. And there's one thing that I want to share through this recap is, as a trader, what I hate the most is when traders talk about hindsight. Like, Neoh, if I could have held the trade 1 hour longer, it would have been the 5R. It would have been extra 10R. If I could have hold the trade 5 minutes longer, I would have made extra 20k. So if you look at this big sharp drop here, if I, again, hindsight, if I would have held this all the way from here to here, it would have been at least a 100k position. But the thing was, I closed the trade based on my rule, because the first thing, it was getting late. Second thing, it was showing a lack of momentum to the downside, and I do not want to hold it based on my system. I closed the trade for 21.7k, and I have absolutely no regrets. You know, every time when I see traders talk about hindsight, I will tell you one thing. As a trader, if you don't learn how to eliminate hindsight bias and say, if I could have, would have, should have, all these hindsight thing, it will be extremely difficult for you to really embrace probability. Because again, you can only do your very best to grade your setup, to assess your setup quality, to do your pair filtering process. All these assessments are all based on pre-trade. The same thing, before you close a trade, you can only do your best to assess and see if you really stick to your system and say, okay, I'm looking to close this trade. What's the rule? What's the criteria? You can only do your very best to do your assessment based on what happened before. Let's say today I take a trade. I have price ticking off the high time frame direction. I have the best price position. I have the highest quality TPF pattern. I have the highest quality market structure. A+ setup. I take the trade. It can turn out to be a loss. But do I sit there and say, oh, I could have not taken this trade if? But the main thing is we can only do our best to embrace the probability sequence based on pre-trade assessment. The same thing, after you close the trade, if price really were to drop all the way down, the right thing for you to do is not to sit there and say, oh, if I just hold it a bit longer. The right thing for you to say is, did I stuck to my rule? If yes, good trade. So what happened was, if you look at our setups channel again, we took a new entry yesterday. So as you all can see, no hindsight, non-edited, 200 over people saw this. So we'll be setting a sell limit on Aussie at 98.642 based on a higher time frame reversal entry. As price showed more bearish momentum, and also if you pay attention to the 30-minute to 1 hour chart, it's currently forming a bear flank. I'm expecting price to drop further into 97.96. So sell limit at 98.642. And here again, just me sharing my setup. So I took the trade based on multiple filter. So if you look at the 2-day chart, just again, because the screen of my MacBook is a little bit smaller, so I use the 2-day chart. So because price was tapping this key level, we have broken below and we were doing a retest at 98.642. Every time when you have a short-term entry, which is the 1 hour or the 30 minutes entry, that's my entry time frame, matching with the daily key level, this is what I call the best possible price position. So I took the trade based on a sell limit because price was simply doing a break and retest based on a higher time frame plus lower time frame alignment. And also the market structure was turning bearish and we were forming a bear flag. So as you may not be able to see this, you really need to do a lot of backtest, a lot of practice in order to tell what's a bear flag, what's a TPF, what's a BNR. So based on our criteria, we took the trade because it was fitting our criteria. We did have some small drawdown at the beginning, but momentum eventually picked up. So I'm risking about $12,000 on day trade. At the peak, I was running for about $35,000. Yeah, about 2.89 R. And right now, as price has retraced, I'm only up about 1.45. So I'm happy to leave the trade at BE. If it really come back, it's okay. Tap my BE. It's a high quality setup. If it really goes down, then this will probably be another 40-50K position. So besides this, I'm also in another aggressive short entry on gold. Again, this is rather aggressive. The only thing was I wasn't expecting market to have this kind of momentum to the downside. So if you don't know, on Monday, market was around, let me see, the opening price on Monday was only around 4024 on market open. Within a few days, right now we're Thursday, again, based on Italy time, about 7:59 a.m. This thing rallied from 4025, 4024, all the way up to 4240 at the peak. Insane. We were up more than 2,000 points in a few days. And this is how volatile the gold market is. But the main thing, every time when I see this kind of big rally, as much as I know there's a lot of retail traders chasing the buy, making money, but as a elite trader, just put it this way, I always tend to see if there's any opportunity for me to look for mean reversion entry. There's nothing in between. There was a bit here in between, but I did not take them. I really wanted to see price to go into an extreme overstretch condition. So fun fact, I actually expected price to rally all the way into 4,200. And earlier I took a reversal entry, only 5 lots. Again, 5 lots is really small. So really small according to my portfolio. So I took a small lots after seeing price did some rollover. Again, I wouldn't go into detail of the strategy. It's a deep one. So I took a TPF entry here at 42.33 and it just melted. So while I was doing my work, I wasn't aware of my P&L and I saw, I'm up about 12K. So I'm only shorting about 5 lots. Insane. So just for transparency purposes, y'all can see my phone here. I'm actually up about 11.8K, retraces a little bit. Now if we go into IC markets again, this is IC markets global. So open web trader. I will again move to the right to hide all of my detail. So just see this. IC market SC MT4. Let me move here. Again, I'm not changing my tab or anything. Let me move here. So I won't show my account detail. So if you see here again, this is IC markets MT4 2. And now let's look at my position. So I'm up about 11.7K. So yeah, that's only for transparency purposes. So I'll let all of you know how both my positions run. I have Aussie and short on my another account, so I won't be showing that. One is not necessary as well. So I'm holding 2 positions right now. So Aussie and short, gold short, and I'll keep all of you updated. Bye-bye.